Alright folks, so I actually just got a notice to vacate from units. Yeah, all my units. It's it's a bit of a weird thing. I'm actually just here to pick up a smoothie to go get before I go thrifting. Folks, good morning. Welcome back to another week of all the crazy stuff. If you are new here, my name's Chris and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. And in these videos, I just bring you along of me building this reselling business. We've been doing it for 5 years now. This is the start of year 5 and it's been a crazy journey to get here. And basically, I bring you along each day of the decisions I'm making, the actions I'm taking, and everything in between, the highs and the lows. And we've had some pretty good highs of recent, but there's always something that keeps it never a dull day. So basically, today's Monday. I'm going to be getting into pick, packing, and posting shortly, but we're going to go get some washing ready to send out, and then I'll take you through the rest of the day and the rest of the week. It's actually quite hot and sticky. It's 8:18 in the morning. I just got in. I'll have the photographer in today. They're doing photos of clothing, but basically this is how we operate. We have things coming and going all the time. I've got a couple of staff members that help build this business with me, and really just continue to grow it into something bigger and better than hopefully than I can imagine. But we do have a bit of a plan to make that happen. So come along for a bit of a journey, just to give you a bit of an idea of where we're at for a Monday morning. We've got a total of, it looks like to be 44 orders, and that's a total of 49 actual items in total. So if I show you this, we've got 44 and we've got about $2,500 over the weekend. And if we have a look here, we've got 49 actual items going out of the 44 orders. In terms of how we've been progressing from a continuous growth model, we're sitting at 85,000, almost 500 for a 90-day total. And yeah, it's another week. Got lots of things to happen today. I'll take you through that shortly. Let's get cracking. All right, first things first is all of this. I actually had a whole bunch of stock arrive on the weekend. These boxes, and there's another 10 boxes in the other storage unit that arrived yesterday late afternoon. Do appreciate the folks dropping that one off. You know who you are. And we're going to take all this washing, put it out here. The washing is going to be here in about, from last week, will be here in about an hour. We'll send out those bags, 10 bags of, I think it's actually 9 bags because there's some heavier stuff in there, and get that out for washing as well, and that will come back on Thursday. So let's do this. All right, so we've got some jeans in here. We've got some really loud shirts in here as well. More jeans and denim, and a mixture of other stuff. This is all like needs special attention, special care, and then the rest is just kind of like normal kind of stuff. This one also will have special attention because of the bright colors. So that's done. Too bad. Sheets, chockers in here. So much stuff going on. Whew. All right, just picked everything out before the washing gets here. We've got a whole bunch of interesting stuff. We've had a lot of a good variety actually. We've actually sold quite a lot of True Religion over the weekend. We've sold a lot of models and toys and action figures. We've got some, it's not Lego, but you know, model building. We've got some PC RAMs now. We've got a DS. We've got Harry Potter. We've got books. We've got more models. A book under there. Got some phones. Otherwise, it's a lot of jeans, a lot of tops. Actually been a fair bit of jeans and True Religion tees and shirts. There's a few presents in here from my understanding, and starting to get a bit more fleece moving out as well. So yeah, not too bad. I'm going to start to pack this up, and washing's about to arrive, so I'm probably going to head down first and do that, and then I'll be back. Oh, and we do have this Fallout poster going out. That's gone overseas for about 160, somewhere around there. That's with postage. And we got this Carhartt jacket that went for 160, 170, and this one went for about 75. So good to see this one go. This is a 4XL. Yeah. All right, let's go do the washing. All right, folks, just looking at the February 1st quality listing report. I like to look at it at the start of every month, and I kind of use that as a basis of how did we track for the month prior. So, you know, they release this, you know, I think it's every 24, 48 hours, but I just kind of look at it monthly. And this month we're actually got, so activewear shorts, last month we were number 1. We've dropped down to number 2, which is okay. This is for men's. We haven't been listing it, but we just got a whole bunch more. So I think we'll be back up there, and that's only out of 290 sales, and I'll put this all up on screen. And then, I mean, it's all here anyway, I'm just looking at it. And then the other cool call out was, for the first time ever, we actually got number 1 for men's casual shirts out of 3,153 sellers. And what I'm noticing is every month there's more sellers in these categories, so it's definitely getting very competitive. And then the other win for this month is, which I think we've been there before, is men's hoodies and sweatshirts. We're sitting at 4 out of 2,107. So very, very happy with this. And there's a couple of others there that were on 20 and things like that, but we haven't been listing other categories as much, so which will start to change. So I'm very happy with this. Yeah, it's always good to kind of just have a sticky beak and see what's what. This was as of, yeah, the 1st of February. So it changes very quickly, but if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. The quality listing report, it tells you a few things, tells you what you can do better as well with your listings. So definitely worth doing. It's like even people, sorry, even looking at this, it's, you know, recommendations. It tells me, like, if I wanted to do better in one category, it said I should be doing, you know, free postage or 1-day handling and things like that, which I already do 1-day postage. I just don't have it as tagged as handling. So yeah, just things to keep in mind, and well worth checking out for yourself. Whew, folks, it's been a while. I had quite a few things going on, a few phone calls, working on something, which soon enough you'll know. Had a disgruntled buyer, unrealistic buyer, aggressive buyer, haven't received the item yet buyer. However, the item is still in transit, and they were expecting that it should have arrived already, and asking that, well, maybe I shouldn't send with Australia Post and someone else, and it's ridiculous. And anyway, so been on the phone with eBay, just getting ahead of that, because they also agree that this buyer will be a bit of a problem once they receive it. So just getting that on the record for when it comes to negative feedback or cases or whatever. We've got lots of goodies here going out, this, all of this, and now I have to do some admin, but I need to go through this. So one of my suppliers dropped off this yesterday. This is a new test. What I'm doing, this is some lower end goods, like cheaper goods, just to see if it's worth my time. And this one is like a special defect bag, which is higher end stuff, but grade B, just to see if their interpretation of grade B to my interpretation of grade B. So I'm going to go for that quickly, get on top of that. $150 now, and then I'll do some admin for the rest of the day. Yeah, it's hot. It's very hot, and sticky, and yucky. All right, did that one already. That was I think it was the $3 one. Now I'm going to get into the defect one. I realized I didn't show you guys, but just trying to move things. It's already moved into the sorting. Now, yeah, we'll do these ones. See what's in here. I'm going to go through all this. Alright, I finished going through the B grade or defect, and look, this is pretty good. There's like, some of these have very minimal defects, like this is a defect, but this is pretty good. Whereas this one's missing a button, so it's a press stud button, so, you know, probably something which is a little bit more inconvenient. We've got bunches over here which is just, you know, missing tags, so it's not the end of the world, but, you know, inconvenient for others. Some Ralph Lauren polos, nothing crazy here. I mean, there's a little bit of wear and tear, but, you know, this is still pretty good. Some Tommy, Some other brands here: Kathmandu, Rod and Gun, Adidas, more Ralph Lauren. Like, I'm pretty happy with this. There's even a jersey in here, so pretty good all round. It's probably, there was about I think it was 28 items, and there's about 5 in here that probably I wouldn't pick up myself. But yeah, all in all, for the price paid, I think it was $3 each. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Obviously, it depends on, you know, what you get. It won't always be exactly the same, but it's a good mixture. So I'm happy with this. Some of this really needs to have a good wash, a bit of a smell in some of it, but I think it's all good. Alright team, been doing a whole bunch of admin, had to send out some consignment payments and do some stuff for this admin, a few other things. Fell asleep twice in the heat. I'm going to pack this up, got to get out of it. It's 4 o'clock. I'm actually going out for dinner with some of my suppliers tonight, which is a good opportunity to network. So we'll be back here tomorrow doing it all again. There could be some actually some interesting things happening this week, but we'll wait and see tomorrow. So I'm going to get packed up and get out of here. Ciao! Folks, we're really close and personal today. I do apologise if you weren't expecting to be this close. But I haven't fixed my little dashboard mount for the GoPro, so I got you up here. Tuesday today. We've actually got a bit of a late start this morning. It's 9 o'clock, just heading in now. And last night I caught up with a couple of my suppliers, and that was really great. They were in town. We had some dinner together, caught up, talked about business a bit, talked about their business, and you know, one thing that I really enjoy doing is hearing other people's stories and their missions and, you know, ambitions and things that they want to achieve. Probably coming from my roots of, you know, my podcast of Further Your Lifestyle, I love hearing what other people are trying to do, and I love getting involved in seeing, you know, giving perspective or my ideas or just bouncing ideas or sharing ideas and just hearing all the different things that are possible. And it gets me excited, it gets me energized, and I love doing that, and I'd love to do it more. So I appreciate catching up with the fellas. Thank you. So today, it's just me. My photographer. He's out today. I actually messaged and said, hey, look, it's going to be absolutely stinking hot, and it is disgusting in the shop. I don't expect you to work if you don't want to, because it really is uncomfortable, and you know, those conditions are just not favourable. So I said, it's your decision, mate. He said, look, yep, I'll pass. He's got some other little errands he can get done today, so that's all good. I mean, it's annoying that the heat is here and it means that we get less done, but that's the reality of it. So for me today, I actually don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I've got lots of picking and packing and posting to do, but you know, at the same time, there's a few other little things that I'm working on the side, and I'm trying not to get distracted by that, but then I also have to move forward on other things. But you know, just timing can sometimes be a pain, but it can also be very beautiful. So I think today my focus will be continue to work through non-clothing stuff. I've got all that consignment stuff to work through. I think that's my best use of time today. There is a whole bunch of admin stuff I need to do as well, whether that's some planning stuff. I know I talk about that I do a lot of admin. When I talk about admin, it can be anything from doing invoicing to sending emails to suppliers, and you know, some of my third-party vendors and things like that. And it may also mean I'm actually just doing planning. Like, I'm currently doing some planning for, oh, actually I think I've got roadworks up here. That's annoying. I'm also doing planning for, you know, what's to come between now and April and beyond April, and what that looks like. And obviously I can't do things today that would happen in April, but I can enable myself to be prepared for it, to know what I'm going to do, and just things like that. So I spend a lot of time doing that, running numbers, planning, ordering next, you know, deals and things like that. So it's never a dull day in that sense. So I like to do a lot of that and get on top of it, because I don't really like doing that at home, even though I will do it at home if needed, to stay on top of things. Yeah, so I'll probably focus on the non-clothing stuff today. I also got to send out some consignment emails, and get that all, you know, firmed up. Other than that, there is a chance that I might be going to help someone out with a deal, but I haven't heard from them, so that might not happen either. And then later in this week, actually potentially going to go look at a collection as well. So lots of things happening, but today we'll just focus on today. It's going to be hot and sticky. not excited. I do have a cheeky coffee from St. Ali. But yeah, let's get into it. And if you've got any questions along the way, please ask. If you don't ask, I can't answer. So, and that will be whether it's a form of a comment or I'll bring it into these videos and give you the best answer possible that I can. All right, team, let's do it. Yo. Oh, it's hot. It's sticky. It's gross. Oh, I can feel the heat come out of this. Anyway, I'm going to get set up and then we'll get you folks coming along for the ride. All right, hopefully that fan isn't too noisy for you guys, but first order of business is I'm going to do a pick, pack and post just in case I actually do have to go out. I want to get this all done, and that way if I do need to quickly leave, then I can. We've got a total of 19 orders. We're actually sitting on 85,484. We did get up to 86 again last night, but it drops down. I am running some sales on, you know, some particular items, just moving old stock. And actually had a question come through. I actually saw it, someone was chatting about it on one of the Discords. I don't usually hang out in the Discords at all because I don't have time to, but every so often I'll jump in there and see if I've missed anything. And apparently this was from like last month or something, but people were talking about average cost of goods, and you know, they find it really weird how people do average cost of goods. Now I track everything as an average basis just because at the end of the day everything's going to equal out the same, right? Like if you buy something for $10 and buy something for $20 and then you sell it, I mean, you're going to end up, it's going to average out to be the same anyway. So why not average it from day one? And I just do that purely from an accounting standpoint, but also just makes my life a little bit easier when I'm managing my numbers. And by doing that, I'm able to make really quick and swift decisions, and it helps me, make those decisions with a lot more ease. Just to give you some example is, let's see if this sheet. So at the moment, my ASP is around $46, but as of, I think, for a period, it's saying here that's $43. It depends on, you know, if you're looking at a month view or if over 3 months, or if you're looking at it from a year perspective. But let's say my ASP is around $43. My average post is around $8.09, and my average cost of good at the moment is around $8.33. So when you put all those things together and then you chuck in fees, which is about 16%, you're basically left, you know, with around $15. And then once I take out all the expenses of overheads and everything on an average basis per item, works out about $12 average cost of good. Now that's on 1 month. Some months it's going to be different depending on what I buy, how I spend, all those different things. But it just makes it really easy to track. And then it tells me what my average expense is, my average cost of good is, you know, average postage, daily averages, daily profits on average basis. And if you know that you're continuing to see that average rise, you're doing the right thing. If that average is decreasing, well, you got to monitor and see what's going on. So I just wanted to address that. There's no right or wrong way to do this. If you want to do line item by line item, do it. I do average simply just from an accounting standpoint. It makes my life so much easier. Just no matter whatever you do, make sure that it's valid for your accountant. That's all I can suggest. Anyway, let's go get these items out. All right, what have we got going out? Well, just as I've been pulling items out, I've actually someone's come through and purchased 5 pairs of shorts. I love when people buy volume. It's just great. And it's a repeat buyer as well. We've got a whole bunch of different things going out here. More shorts. We've got some sweaters. Sweaters are really starting to pick up now, which is interesting. And there's one shirt here I want to call out. This is for old mate. You know who you are, sir. Old man. We finally sold it, and funnily enough, like, I'm gonna give you the details of this. So there's a bit of a long story context joke here, because when I did a big collection buyout, he's like, "Oh, do you want to buy this as well?" And I wasn't really keen because it's like it's not really anything special. Anyway, we finally sold it. I've had it there since, geez, it must be like May last year. Anyway, we sold it for $22.30, and then they've paid postage on top of that, for a total of $51.89 for the deal. And it's gone to, this is where it's fun, it's gone to United States. So yeah, really interesting. I love when these things, like, it was worth sitting on it for that long, didn't take up space, but it's just, anyway, I just wanted to share that. We've got a couple of these things going out. These have been selling really high value. Got a book over there as well. Other than that, it's pretty standard stuff. Got quite a few offers and stuff coming through, so I am running a sale just to try and clear out as much as possible. As you know, I've got a lot of stock coming through. One of the big ambitions this year is to increase listings, and I think there'll be a push to move up to 50 or 60 listings a day, and I think we will be in a position to start doing that from probably March, April, hopefully. And if I can get that happening, then we should start to see an uptick of where I want to be. There's some big changes coming. Like, there's so many things going on, which once it happens, you'll know, which hopefully should enable things to change for the better. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of, adjustments, with the staff, and fixing up some of the friction points I was talking about last month. And I'm excited to be able to start to solve more problems, and that's why I love doing this. Is as much as it's my business, my baby, everything, it's all under me in that sense, but I love the problem solving of being able to figure out, how do we do this? What are we going to do? Let's do it. Let's take action. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, we adjust. My background being project management, that's essentially what I did for a living, of just helping us problem solve, getting the team where we needed to go, and that's why I love it. It's exciting to do, but at the same time, just learning all the different things along the way. So if you're trying to do this, if you're trying to figure out how to build your business, whether it's to be really big or just really small, you just got to be willing to try, learn, adjust, and problem solve, and figure it out on yourself. And I'm not saying don't ask for help. Yeah, ask for help, but be intentional in, like, going to do the research, spending, if you could do this, how would you do it? What would it look like? Does this work? Does this make sense? Then validate it with someone for help. It's like, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? Get validation from someone else who's already doing it. But if you can figure out how to do it yourself, there's a high chance you can figure out how to do it better than other people. Because if we all copy the same, it's always going to be the same. But if you learn from others, get some insight, understand it yourself, how you understand the problem that you're trying to solve, add your unfair advantage to it, all of a sudden you can bring other people's expertise, your expertise, and really come up with something that's unique and different, and potentially going to work better for you. You should do that. All right, let's pack all this up. All right. Gee, that light is annoying when it turns off. Postage is all done. Had a few interruptions. I've had a phone call for something, and then I've been on eBay hold, well, not hold, I've been in conversation, hold and off hold, for the last 30 minutes as well, dealing with a customer issue. There's always going to be annoying and frustrating customers. I've spoken about it for the last couple of weeks. It's just, and a lot of the time they're kind of petty and small, but they just take a lot of time just to work through it, especially if it's something that you can automate and get it fixed or whatever. Like, sometimes you can get feedback removed or whatever, but eBay's getting pretty tough on removing those things. And most of the time I'm finding now I have to have a phone call, go through a review process, and it just takes a little extra time. It's quite frustrating, to be honest. Post is all done. Had a couple more sales come through. I'm going to have some lunch now, and then we'll get cracking into some non-clothing stuff. Alright, just been doing a whole bunch of different listings here. Some interesting different bits and bobs from the consignment stuff. Done some Lego, we've done some hats, we've done a whole bunch of different stuff. So almost about to finish on this. There's still a few things in here. I've got stuff there, I've got stuff everywhere. But I tell you, I'm definitely feeling it is hot and I'm tired. So I'm just trying to find stuff that's quick and easy. I think maybe I'm just going to do the max. There is a couple of bundle of things here we can do. Some of this isn't worth it, so I kind of just leave it, and then it goes back to the consignee. There is some things in there, maybe some in there. Some of it's not even worth it. I am starting to look into, because we will be getting more stuff of this, looking into getting into a bit of sending stuff to auctions and things like that, just to move some of the low end stuff. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's charge on. All right, now we're getting into all of these Macs. I've got 8 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 8 here. And basically we just go through, gotta 1, see if they work, 2, remove any data, format them. If can't get it to boot or can't get it to format, remove the hard drives and then it just gets sold as parts. And then I've already pulled out the higher end models that maybe we'll do repairs on. So yeah, let's get cracking. Just here waiting for these laptops to start up and stuff. They take forever, especially when they haven't been on for a while. But I have a question for you, and it's actually a very serious question. A lot of people don't really grasp the I guess the volume of the question. I know it actually reminded me. I'm reminded by it because I was chatting to my suppliers last night, and we were just talking about ambitions and things, and I kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier, but the question I have for you is, where do you want to be in your reselling, in your business, in your life, in your goals, in your whatever? I'll just talk reselling in this case. Where do you want to be in 1 year? 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Is this something that you just want to continue to have as a side income? Do you want to turn it into something bigger? The reason why I ask it is because if you don't know what it is longer term that you want, it's very hard to determine what to do today and what's the steps you should be taking. If you know where you want to be, then you can reverse engineer it. You can know, okay, well, if I want to be here, I know I've got to do all these things that's going to get me there. If you're just wanting to make $500 a year, or pay for $5,000 family trip to somewhere, then you've got an idea, right? But what is it? What's your idea? Let me know it down in the comments. All right, it's finally loaded. Let's get back to it. All right, all 8 Macs are done. I've just been taking a few notes. I'll put them into the computer a little bit later. Yeah, I think the average ASP of those should be around $80. There's some really good ones in there. Some of them are really, yeah, they won't get much at all. So if we can get, yeah, probably, hopefully $80 a pop, which, if that's the case, there should be a good $600 there. I did a bunch of other things as well. It's now 3:30. Some of that took a lot longer than expected because they had to go through the cycle of formatting and loading up. Some of them had to tinker with for a little bit. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm going to do a little bit of admin now. Just send some emails and things. Probably just do a little bit of planning. It's so hot. I just really not motivated to do anything, which is really frustrating because it's just uncomfortable. So I'm going to do that till I got to go, and then I've actually got to go pick up 10 boxes of padded mailers. So I'll go get that from my postie and yeah, get all that done. And then yeah, take some rest. I am exhausted. It's just hot and sticky and uncomfortable. I think I've had another sale to come through as well. It's been pretty quiet today. All right, so I'm going to do that and get out of here. And tomorrow we will be here. I've got backpacks, then I've got an appointment, and then I'm going to check out a collection, and then I'll be coming back here. So busy day tomorrow as well. Never a dull day, you know this. All right, I'll see you in a jiffy. So for some of the admin stuff that I'm doing, usually we actually had the laptop up and I put all the notes in when I'm doing the listings, but I just didn't have enough space here, so I just put the notes in. Now what I'm doing is I'm updating my listing sheet, and I put all my details in this listing sheet that my lister John does, and this is what it looks like. Just giving you a very high level view. And that's how we track it. We actually have the same process. The process that I use for my business is the process that we encourage our clients for the Pro List Assist business to use as well, and it makes their life a lot easier. Some people don't. They have their own styles and approaches and processes which we adapt to, but that's the way we try to implement it for everyone, and it just makes everyone's life a little bit easier. Most of the time it pans out. We've now actually done 14,282 listings in our listing service. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, more than happy to have a conversation. Like we've got clients that, one client in particular has done 5,400 listings. We've got clients that have only done 50. So we would prefer people that are on an ongoing basis that want to be doing probably about 20 per day. Some do 10 per day, but that consistency is what we're looking for. We want to see you grow as well. And it's great because we've had some customers start with only 10 here and there, and now they've upped it to 15, 20 as well, because you're buying back your time, and as you buy back your time, you can spend that time doing more photos to give yourself the ability to do more listings. And it's great to be able to see, you know, these different customers, clients, for those that are watching, you know who you are, thrive and grow. And that's what we want at the end of the day. So thanks for those that are involved. And if you're curious to know more, reach out, let me know, send me an email, hit me up on DMs on Instagram, and we can have a chat. Yeah, so I'm going to finish these notes. I'm uploading them on Dropbox as well. And that will go to John, my lister. And now I'm just going to send some emails and do a few other little bits and bobs and answer some customer questions and all that jazz. And then it'll be time to get out of here. Ciao. All right, I'm out of here. Bye. Folks, all right, sorry, I got you over there again just because I still haven't set up the little adapter for my console yet. Just finished up a backpack with the kids. It is Wednesday today, it's 12:30. Right now, we're actually going to go check out a collection. I just got to grab some fuel, but we're going to go check out a collection that a friend reached out about. I have no details of it. They said just swing around. I mean, it's literally around the corner from where I am right now. And we'll go have a sticky beak at that. I believe it's a Star Wars collection. So that could be cool. And then I'll be heading back to the unit and got to do the usual stuff, pick, pack and post. And yeah, maybe sort through a whole bunch of stuff that we've got. And yeah, got to do a little bit of paperwork on some things, but yeah, it's all happening. So I'll give you an update when I've got an update. All right, that was pretty good. Been there for a good, geez, almost an hour actually. We've got Lego, we've got collectible figures, we did get a little bit of clothes, whole bunch of different stuff. I actually had no idea what I was expecting, and probably better than what I expected, to be honest, because you just never know with these things. So they're a friend of mine, so great to be able to catch up as well and talk a few other things. So I'm going to get back to the unit now. I have to do a pick, pack and post. I'm running way behind. It's 2 o'clock. I'll have some lunch, get into that, and then I've got to do a little bit of inventory stock taking for this, just to get it back to them. I'm doing it as consignment, and yeah, we'll go from there. Lots happening, folks. Lots happening. All right, I'll see you in a jiffy. Alright folks, it's been a while, been on the phone doing a whole bunch of different things. I'm not going to be going through all the goodies today. I'll go through that tomorrow just because I've had a few things pop up, but just quickly actually doing the post just to get it out done for the rest of the day. So we've got a total of 17 orders going out. We're sitting on 85,700, so we're actually surprisingly still up there. It's been very quiet though. We just got lots of shirts going out actually, a little bit of bits and bobs over here. We do have this Mac OS X Tiger going out. That's just a collector's piece, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get this done, and then it's going to be pretty much the end of the day because it's already 4 o'clock, so I've got to get this done ASAP. Ciao. Postage is done. It's time to go. Ciao. Folks, it is Thursday. The week is flying. It is absolutely flying. Just dropped Carla off at the train station. It is 6:50 in the morning. It's going to be another big long day because Carla will be catching the train home as well. So basically just at the shop till I've got to pick up the boss. Bit tired. Got a cheeky coffee from St. Ali. Today. So I've got to do pick, pack and post per usual. I need to finish my listings when I get into this shop. I did 8 laptops this morning and we've already sold 3 of them, and which is nice. Quick little turnover. I love that. But yeah, the focus today, I've got a washing coming back at 9:15. Not sending anything else this week. Today I've got to make a whole bunch of phone calls just to hopefully get some things in line, and then I'll be able to tell you some pretty exciting stuff, like if it all goes to plan today. And yeah, then it's just, I've actually got those deals that I got yesterday. I got 2 deals actually. The stuff from my friend, and then I had another one come through, which is a whole bunch of toy cars, like Matchbox cars in boxes. And I did get I think we've already listed that actually, a signed Racing Holden jersey as well. So process all that. I think we've already done the clothes, so don't have to process that anymore. I think the autograph is Larry Perkins. Is that the guy's name? I don't know. Anyway, so to that, I believe I've got photographer number 2 in today. We'll see how they go. I know they don't like working in the heat here, so up to them. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I have got a plate load of things that I'm working on. I'm trying to get things in line so that the next, I'd like to say 90 days will be our best 90 days, but yeah, I got a lot of things going on, so a lot of it will make sense soon, but nothing's done until it's done, you know what I mean? If you've got any questions along the way, please do ask away. More than happy to try and help. Let's get into it, folks. Let's get into it. Let's do it. I might even sneak out for a cheeky thrift if I can, because I don't have any content for Saturday, but we'll see. Alright team, all set up, almost anyway. Was just getting all this stuff ready. So this is some of the stuff from yesterday, some Lego. Also got, this is all just some dragon stuff, all of this. I've got to go for that. And then we've got this big box of goodies in here. There's nothing crazy, there's some shoes, there's some more stuff in here. Yeah, so what's the plan? Jeez, I need a haircut. The plan is I just need to quickly make some space in here, make sure that I've got room to put the shirts as they come back. So I'm just going to shuffle a few things. Probably going to have to go in here, I think, and over there. Photographer today will probably be continuing to work through this. Unless the shirts get here first, they might start on the shirts. That's that. I'm going to finish some listings now. I've got to make phone calls, and then we're going to do a pick, pack and post. Well, actually, sales have been a bit weird, like compared to last month where we were doing about 30 sales a day, probably about 26 to be honest. At the moment, things are a bit low. However, I did have someone just come through and purchase 9 items, which I'm very grateful for. So they've purchased a whole bunch of old stock, which just gets it moving. Sold a couple of laptops this morning. The rest of it's really just low end stuff. My ASP is quite low at the moment, like $34, but I'm trying to move a lot of old stock as well, so it does kind of make sense. We're still on 85,699, and we've got a total of 12 orders, but it's probably must be about 25 items, give or take. So I'll get them out a bit later. I'm going to do these listings, get that cracking, get that done. Big changes are coming. Alright folks, time to do the actual pick, pack and post. It's been a while, had all the washing arrive, had some phone calls, been lots of things going on. Now, since we got here, we've had quite a lot of sales. So we're sitting on 21 sales, and we're sitting on 86,694. We've had a whole bunch of interesting things. So we've got this going out, Last of Us bundle. We've got a WWE clock. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Macs going out. We've got this one going out. I just listed this morning. All those Macs I listed this morning, they've all sold. Another laptop there. And then a lot of multi-quantity bundles. There's one person's purchased 5 like sweaters, one person's purchased 9 shirts, a few other little bits and bobs in there. So sales are back up. We're sitting on 1,100 for the day now, which is nice. It's exactly what I need at this point in time. Alright, let's pack it up. Whew, alright, postage is done. Got all this. Just had a few more sales come through as well. Have been unpacking all of this. Photographer's just gone. So my photographer here only really does 4 hours when he comes in, which is fair game, plus it's disgustingly hot in here. We've got all this flat laid out now. He's finished all this, so I'll shuffle this down a little bit. I've still got a couple more bags to unpack. And then I think it's time to start to go through all of this stuff that I was talking about. I've got to catalog it just for the consignment, and then yeah, we'll start to photograph it, get that done. Whew. Jeez, it's hot, and yeah, just doing a few more planning of some things, and all the information's coming soon. All right, so this is everything that we got. I will be probably doing this consignment. I'm actually going to catalog it for all of them, give them the estimated value, and then they can decide if they take a cash. It's like take the cash prize, or we can play it out and see what we can do. That's a different deal, so I'll do that afterwards. But these are the things that I think that will do really, really well. These are pretty cool. I'm not sure how old these are, but they're obviously. I don't think it's got. Oh yeah, maybe has a. Doesn't have a. Oh, maybe 2014. Anyway, nice little collab there. More Star Wars stuff, some Lego. This is opened, and there's some dragons in there. That's pretty cool. And I believe that's sealed, and I think that's opened and made. So that one I just got to check. But yeah, pretty happy with all this. Should be some good dollars to be made for everyone. And then we'll get into this. All right, this is taken a bit of time, but that's expected. So basically what I went through was I price everything up of what's expected things to be. Average estimate, I'm doing it ballpark, it could be plus minus. And then I give them a breakdown of the fees, of the postage, and then a breakdown of after that, what's the profit look like. And based on this, it tells them that, if we were to do this and I sold everything, they would probably get a split of about $1,200, give or take. Whereas if they would like, rather than wait, I would just buy everything at 25% of what I think the value is. So I would give them about $870. I said I'd round it out to about $900, and that's the way I do it. Because some people want cash now rather than waiting, 90, 60, 100 days, whatever, 30 days even. So that's potentially the difference. And I break it down, like I actually give a full breakdown so they can see the full transparency and help them understand what's what. Yeah, so that's the approach there. All right, that's all done. So I need to hear what they want me to do. Oh, it is so hot here. It's disgusting. I need to finish packing up some clothing. This is all done. I'm going to try and do that one as well. And then, depending on the way it goes, I'll be able to start doing all this tomorrow. All right, this collection is pretty cool. I don't usually sell this kind of thing, and it wasn't really intentional. It just kind of landed on me. And I said, sure, let's do it. So some really cool stuff in here. I don't know anything about this. I know John the reseller does this kind of stuff for a living. But yeah, this is pretty cool. There's some catalogs from like 1981. This is just like, some of this is a little, there was a couple here that were a little banged up, but the rest of this is in like really good condition. So nice little lot here. I reckon even if I got what, $25 a thing or $30, 6. I mean, we're looking at, even if we go 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we go, yeah, 7 by 6, 42 threes, geez, should be over $1,000 here, so not too bad. Just had all of this arrive. Jeez. All right, got to put all of this up in the back over there. Once that's done, I'll just finish a few things here, and then I might actually try and sneak in a thrift before I pick Carl up, just to get some content for you guys. I also have so many things going on. I have a consignment tomorrow to pick up as well, so yeah. Anyway, let's do this. I totally forgot that I left you here. So I did that. I had to stack it in some awkward places. I've just finished up doing all these. They've all been put away now, and I'll continue those. Probably won't even be tomorrow. It'll probably be next week. But I'm getting out of here. It is so hot. It is disgusting. Anywhere I go, I'm just dripping. Not that you need to know that. Too much information. I apologize. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go get myself a sweet treat, probably a smoothie or something, and then I'm going to go for a thrift. Yeah. Ciao. See you tomorrow. All right, folks. So, I actually just got a notice to vacate from units. Yeah, all my units. It's it's a bit of a weird thing. I'm actually just here to pick up a smoothie to go get before I go thrifting, and yeah, this changes a lot of things, but I've got a plan. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Anyway, we'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, folks, it is Friday, and I know I left you there for a moment with a big surprise. Not even a surprise. I mean, it's yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe some people were expecting it, maybe some people weren't, but before you all freak out, yes, I've been given notice of when I'm vacating. The official date is, I think it's the 25th of February, so I've got a few weeks, but it's okay. As I said, I do have a plan, and I'll talk about it in a second. Let's just, Friday today, heading over to my post office now. Just got to do some stuff there, and then heading over to do a consignment pickup. I was actually going to delay this till next week, but I figured, you know what, I'm happy to go pick it up because I wanted to chat to my my vendor and just have a conversation about some things. So I said I'll come today. So we're heading there now as well after the post office, and we'll get cracking on the day after that. So it's 9 o'clock, so it's not super early. I do have a coffee pan as well. Thank you, Carla. These things are amazing. All right. So I do have a plan, and the reason why I have a plan is because I have known about this for a while. I knew it was coming, and a bit of context is at the start of the year, actually it was the end of last year when I was away with Carla for a few weeks doing some planning, and I came to the census that I'm not getting a warehouse and I need to move on as if I can't get a warehouse. And that's why, you know, I started to make some changes at the shop, at the unit, to make that happen and make that feasible as possible. However, at the same time, I know that I want a warehouse, and I know that I want to be able to have a bigger space and all these different things. But that had to happen as it was going to happen. Like, I can't force that, and I didn't want to overreach and things like that. So over the last couple of weeks, and it's been very hard to kind of stay focused because I've been chatting to people, trying to new things, looking at places, all this different stuff. Well, we have a place. So I will be vacating over the next couple of weeks. I will be moving out, and that's going to look very interesting. It's going to be a big change, big difference. I probably won't talk about it in too much detail in this video. It'll probably be next week, and I'll be able to take you through some things a bit differently. But I have actually signed for a place. It's all happening. So it is going to be a big change. It's making me excited and nervous, and I know it's the right thing, but these things are always scary. So if you've got questions about this, you're more than happy to ask, but I'll probably answer everything next week because I'm just finalizing a whole bunch of things. I've got so many things going through my head, and like, I don't think people realize that when you do something like this, I mean, there will be some people that realize it. There's just a lot of things to take into account, and I will go into all that detail, what that looks like, pricing, costs, all that involved, and you know, how long am I moving there for? Is it short term? Is it long term? How much bigger is it? It's a lot bigger, and all those different things. So that's going to be the extent of the content for the next couple of weeks. I officially get the keys today. So, well, not today. Today when you're watching this, I officially get the keys on Monday, which will be the time this video comes out. Yeah, it's all happening. It's all happening. More on this to come. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm excited, nervous, but it's all good stuff. And this is the next phase of the business. Is what I've been wanting for a long time. And I will leave you with this, and I'll probably talk about it again next week. Again, is when I walked into the place, I had a look at it, and I actually said to the agent, crap, this is bad. And she's like, what's wrong? And I said, there is no reason for me to say no other than I'm scared and it's going to cost me more money. That was it. And that's when I knew, even right now saying I got goosebumps, that's when I knew, it was like, I have to do it, because if I don't, I will regret it later not doing it. Because as much as it might be a little bit of pressure and pain now,
it's going to force me to grow and force me to become a better version of myself, my business, and take it to places I only thought was going to be possible somehow, and now I know how. So that's that. Let's go drop the post off, do all those things, and I'll keep you updated as we go. So this is it. We're moving out. All right, folks, heading back to the storage unit now, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff in the back. Focus will be we'll get that unloaded. I'll probably then do a pick, pack, and post, and then I'll probably sort some of that stuff. Running out of space very quickly, but fortunately, hopefully we won't be here much longer. But with that in mind, you know, my next, I can probably speak a bit more freely now, because now that you know that I'm moving, but I've got some really ambitious things in mind for growing the business this year, and hopefully I've just signed a new deal where I'm going to be able to really ramp up in some different categories, and it's been stuff that I've been waiting to do for a while now, and it's just been a matter of proving and exercising, you know, the ability to do that. And now that I'll have a bigger location, we should be able to have things coming and going on a weekly basis in terms of stock that is outside of clothing. Of course, nothing is set in stone until it's set in stone. This probably won't happen till, you know, could be a few weeks yet until I'm set up and ready to go, but there'll be some big changes. There'll be a lot of teething issues, but I'm excited because all I know is that by moving into a bigger place, obviously there's bigger costs, there's bigger risks, but there's bigger rewards, and at the same time it makes you work harder for what you want. And the things that become possible will be, the things that you thought weren't possible become a reality, because you don't know what you don't know until you give it a go. So I'm excited to enter in some new opportunities and a new chapter of stuff, and I'll give a bit more details on all these things as we progress. I'm just wanting to get it off my chest because I'm excited, but I'm super terrified at the same time. So anyway, till next week, actually even for the next week and a half, things are kind of still business as usual, but there will be some dramatic changes, as you'll see, coming very, very soon. Anyway, let's get back to the unit, and today we've got to focus on that.
All right, we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. It's all phones, more laptops. It's all cameras. All right, let's get set up. It's hot in here, it's disgusting. All right, to manage some space at the moment, I'm gonna quickly sort all this. The laptops will probably just get sorted back into boxes. We'll sort the phones, we'll sort the bric-a-brac over there as well. This is basically just to make sure that I've got some space. Space is a bit fragile conversation at the moment, but we'll make it work. And then pick, pack and post, and if we get time, get into this. All right, let's do this. Jeez. So many things are happening. All right. Done everything except for the phone. So there's another 9 Max here, which again, if it's average of, even if we say $50, there's just $450 here. I think there should be about 700. There might be 1 or 2 in there that we can fix. So it's probably $1,500 here. But worst case, probably 450. These ones, and these ones, all got to be checked for parts and bits and bobs. Some of them can be sold, some of them are just scrapped and just, you know, remove all the hard drives and things like that. This one might be interesting. It's pretty old, but some of these things do pretty well for particular pieces out of it. But probably not. We've got iPads, non-iPads, a few cameras, some media. This stuff looks pretty good. There was a couple of sealed things there. That's really nothing. All right, that didn't take long at all. Probably took about 10 minutes. All iPhones, iPods, everything in between. That's just mix and match. That has to be resorted. It's all Samsung and Google. That's it. It's all done. So I'm going to put this away now. I'm not going to be focusing on this today because I've got to charge them, properly sort them. I might leave it out for a bit just to, if I come back to sorting them, in case I can't get to that stuff over there. But for now, this is done. I've got to find a home for these. Got to sort these in terms of different models and things like that. But I think most of them won't be anything crazy. And that's it. So it doesn't take really long. We've got a good process on it. There's a few things on here which we can do way better and probably elevate our ASP a lot more, but maybe that'll be something I look into over the next 6 months. But you know, some people do repair for me and things like that, but majority of it's kind of like I just work with some exclusive customers and we just move it that way. It just works better. That's done. I'm going to have some lunch, then I'm going to do a pick, pack and post, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, I've picked everything out. Let's just see how things are tracking. Looks like we've got a total of 14 orders to go out. Some of these multi-quantity. We're sitting on 86,347. So yeah, lots of clothes, lots of North Face and sweaters. This one's gone for like, I think it was like $188. It's like a collector's paddle, table tennis. It's gone for a total of $188.15. It's gone overseas. And then we've got some train stuff and another Mac. So won't take too long to pack up. Let's get it packed up and get out of here. Well, not out of here, but onto the next thing. Oh, it's hot. All right, postage is all done. I just sorted all the good laptops into the laptop tray, and then I've put all the other ones away. Do a little bit more shuffling here, and then it's almost time to go, but try not to get too much out. Got lots of clothes here as well. Alright, this is now all completely done. They're all ready to go for charge. These ones, they get bundled up with, I've got an excess stock of some of those ones, so they kind of get bundled up. All the Nokias go together, and they're just mixed ones as well, and they usually just get for scrap lots. You'll be surprised of how many people actually collect this stuff. Surprisingly, usually when I put up whole lots, people just circle a couple of different phones. Oh, can I buy that one? Can I buy that one? And sometimes I do that, but I've had some pretty good offers for some good phones. I think sometimes single phones not working, no batteries, people pay $70 for. That's not always the case though, just FYI. All right, on to the next sort.
Whew, folks, I'm done. It's I didn't film anything else. I packed everything away, and then I was doing some admin, some planning, basically just starting to plan all the different things that needs to happen, and I fell asleep. I kid you not, I've been asleep for like about 20 minutes. So I just started packing up, and I got out of there, and yeah, I'm tired. It's been a long week, lots of things going on, and this is like all week where I've been saying I've been doing lots of admin and making phone calls, and there's been a lot just going on. So I think, you know, if I just take a moment to kind of like whoop, just refresh. I feel grumpy because I'm tired, but what a week. And I know you guys haven't seen a lot of the stuff I've been seeing, but next week we'll have more information on that. But for me, it's like, to think that, you know, at the start of this year, I had no intention, well, I was happy to have no intention of getting into a bigger space, and now I'm doing it. And, you know, I signed everything yesterday, and since then it's just been non-stop organizing insurance, power, internet, waste management, like just everything, because it will be my own secure place. So security, locksmith, like just so much things. My head's running wild. I'm so tired. All good things, all great things. So if I reflect on this week, and if I actually reflect on the last couple of weeks, I've actually been really hesitant in doing some things. I don't know if people have noticed, but I've been like not doing certain things because I really don't want to spend so much energy if I know that in the next couple of weeks I'm starting to pack things up, and I'm trying not to create extra work for myself. So really just doubling down on clothing and quick wins rather than getting into, you know, too much of pulling stuff out, sorting it, and getting it, you know, processed or whatever. So from next week, I will start to move. From next week, things will be different. From next week, I'll show you around. From next week, there's going to be lots of things. So to think that this is where we are, it's the 7th of February, you know, we're only a bit more than 30 days in, 40 days into the new year, and this is happening. I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to implement some really, really cool and exciting new things. to enable the business to grow. It's going to take a while to do that. It's cost a lot of money to do this. Really, going out on a limb, but it's all calculated. I wouldn't be doing it if I don't think it's possible. It's a big commitment, big changes, but we'll be all right. It'll be okay. So at this point, I don't really have much else to say because I'm tired and I'm just so many things going on. But all I can say is like, really comes back to to a conversation I've been having a lot with you all, and that is, have a plan of what you want, where you want to be, why you're doing it, all those different things. If you can have those things in mind, then you can make these things happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but you can do all these things consistently working towards them, right? It's taken 5 years to get here. Where will I be in the next 5 years? Who knows? But as of today, after having conversations with some of my vendors and third parties and clients and different stuff, like now that I've signed something, a new location, my priority is like, okay, let's get serious. Let's do more things. Let's open up more opportunities. And I have been, pushing into those opportunities over the last 24, 48 hours to make sure that they're possible. And if all goes well, there'll be some new things happening. So anyway, I blabber. That's it from me, folks. In terms of dollars this week, it's actually been dead quiet. I've got lots of unpaid orders. We're sitting on about, I think, 4.5 at the moment. My goal is to do a minimum of 6 per week. However, I've only done 3 sales today. I've done $155. So it always amazes me how crazy the changes can be. 1 week we're doing $2,000 a day, and then the next week we're doing $150. It's like, what is going on? And I don't want that. So really got to push into some things and make sure that consistency retains itself. So in terms of February, we're not going to get into the numbers yet. I'm going to reveal a lot more of my numbers probably next week, so you guys can have a better understanding of what I'm about to do and the costs behind that, because this month is going to be, well, who knows, maybe I'll get through it, I'll find, but we've spent some big bucks this month already just to make things happen. So all part of the journey, folks. I will see you next week. If you did have any questions, please ask away. More than happy to answer anything. And I'll obviously be going into a lot of Jeez. Guy just pulled straight out in front of me. It's just like, so I'll be going for a lot of things next week. I need to take some rest this weekend. We're not actually doing anything, taking some time off, and next week things get wild. So yeah, we're back here I can't even speak properly. We'll be back here again, doing it all again. We'll be back here next week doing it all again, and appreciate you for those that have been commenting, supporting, and here we are. It's all happening. Big changes are coming. Ciao.